Good evening again.
Good evening.
I just want to first say that my name is not Barbara Walters. I'm not Scott Pelly, but I'm gonna do my best to, um, huh? I'm better. Praise God, and try to get the good information from the story that we heard some of recently. But I still believe there's so much more that we could get that God has laid on Erick's heart that he can share with us. Um, so, is there anything especially based on what you shared with church recently that you want to add on before we dive dive in a little bit more.
Yeah, because last time when we stopped, when I told you guys where my wife came and rescued me with the other guys, and when I felt the two angels lift, and I get to the, so this is where we stop. So this is where we stop. But there is so much more.
Okay.
Even up today, where I'm living today. It's like the testimony just continue on and on and on. Last time, if you guys remember, when I told you, I felt like two angels come and lift me up and hook me on a tree, and I go to the little van. When I reached that van, that was a whole van that couldn't move. Water was, as you can see, I'm talking about at least 5 feet over that little van. When them two guys came, white guy and also my neighbor, Uncle Lou, old police officers, he retired. He go in that van to tie the van with a piece of plastic and to go look for me and leave the kids inside. So this is not a van that you had any hope that, it just won't start and go. And all of a sudden, and that was the only vehicle we had. Remember I told you that my vehicle just disappeared and no one knows where it went. My truck, it's circle go in the back, even up today right now, no one can move it where it's parked. So now this is the only vehicle we have to go to the fire station. When Uncle go inside the van, and he tried to start it, he said, guys, I don't know if this is going to happen. Try, nothing happened. And everybody keep on praying inside there and say, Lord, show us that you are with us. And all of a sudden, the van start. When we get inside that van, water, I'm talking about water is like at least about 3 to 4 feet inside that van. Yeah, the muffler in the back there just all exhaust like boop, 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 under the water. The hood is under the water. And we gotta go going down, we going deep, cut for us. Like when I was like this, and I heard now, this is not now. We need you. This is the only hope we have. Going again one more time, nothing happened. He said, Lord, you didn't hear me. Your child is, we need you right now. One time, and they started again. And we keep on going and going. When we finally reached by the fire station, it was like a bulldozer just passed over it. Couldn't see nothing. It's like, it's a metal building, and it's collapsed. My wife said, when we reached, you see the fire chief, he's like, guys, I can't help you. I got to go to my family. My whole entire house just gone. I don't know what is going on. Do whatever you can do. As you can see, there's nothing I can do. This is it for me. I have to go to my family. And then their family to see if they're okay. My wife look at me and they look at the guys. The guys are not giving up. Go inside. If anybody could crawl underneath the drive, I'm sure somehow. The old guy, she go under it. all the metal inside the ambulance. Thought we was gonna do something. Able to show you when we get there, nothing. Even a bottle of water, nothing. Empty. And everybody looking at each other. It's like, what we going to do? And this place, let's try hospital or by. Guys, when you see you battle, that doesn't mean that it's gonna be smooth. It's just gonna get rougher and rougher. When you punch the devil in his face, you went back. That doesn't mean you. All of a sudden, the wind picked up. The water started. And I'm no control over it. It tells everybody inside of it. My wife, my 2 kids, my sister, and I with his wife. Sometimes I don't know if it's a truth in praying. Like that was it, because this is it. There's no way we could. I'm starting to get the idea. There's a little bit of water left. Guys, this is not a story maker. This is real life.
Eric, if I can ask a question. This whole time, your arm is also.
Yes.
So you're dealing with how you dealing with the blood loss and with all of that, going through everything that's happening.
When we get inside the ambulance, my wife noticed there's nothing there. She took off her dress and tear it off. When she tear it up and tie my hand up,
Okay.
when she tied up, the pressure still comes. I'm still losing blood.
Mm-hmm.
Then she looked around. She saw a plastic bag, a tissue bag. I was in the water. She grabbed it and tied my hand again. So I felt like almost 14 hours. Like 14 hours with this. And when we inside, I felt like I need to drink. Whatever it is, I don't care what it is. I'm dehydrated. I need some type of liquid inside of me. There is a water, and I could never forget that. There was a little bit of water left in a gallon. I'm keeping drinking slowly. Slowly. As time passed by, slowly. And then I'm right there, the guy, he in the front, I'm asking him, how much time do we have? How much longer do we have? He's like, man, this storm is not. We have another 6 hours. He counting down. I was like, man, I don't think I'm going to make it for 6 hours, guys. And they keep on praying, and we keep on praying inside there. Then the water ended up finished. I look at my wife. I'm looking at my son. My son grabbed my hand. Only medicine that I have. Just my family, they just rubbing me over. Because the pain, I couldn't bear the pain no more. And she looked at me, and I was like, baby, this is it. She's like, Bo, this is not it. Our God is with us. We're going to make it. Instantly, as she left, she stood up, she grabbed a gallon that was there. She found an old screwdriver inside it, and she started cutting the gallon with it. She cut the gallon in half. When they look in the windshield, there was a tree that goes straight to the windshield and have a hole in it. So she cut the gallon, push her hand outside with the gallon, and try to get some water for me to drink. Guys, the storm was not rain, it was pure wind with a little bit of spraying rain. It's not like when she come out with a full bottle of water. When she have her hand outside at least for 5 minutes, and I'm talking about the ambulance is left to right. When she come out with it, have you ever drank a can of soda and then inside of it there always a leftover that you could never get out of it? I don't care how much you tilt it over, you could never get it. After that 5 to 10 minutes, this is how much water she got outside. So every time she put it in my mouth, I gotta wait. We wait again for another 10 to 15 minutes. She's tired. Then she gotta go back outside, put her hand. I want you to know right now, church. Sometimes when you see like you're going through something, there's no hope. You feel like, hey, this is. But when you call upon that name, when you call upon that name, He will for you somehow.
Is your wife here this afternoon?
Yes, she is.
Would you mind standing just a little quickly for those who do not know you? And
Elsie.
Elsie, thank you for joining us, and thank you so much for taking care of your husband so well. You mentioned that it's not done.
No.
And I think the most obvious sign that it's not done is your arm. And
It's more than that, my brother.
it's your left side. I'm left-handed. I would imagine the difficulties that I would go through if I would lose my left hand. So can you speak just a little bit of not only those sort of physical difficulties, but the ones that can't see with the naked eye?
You got to get up in the morning and try to put your clothes in one arm. Trying to put your belt and tie your shoes with one arm. I told my wife, I never know how much my left hand was meant to me until I lose it. Sometimes I talk about it so much, and she's tired of hearing. If something about to fall right now, I'm grabbing it with two hands. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what I have to do. I have to do it with. Use the signal. So you don't know how much it means to you until you don't have it. You know, you putting up your shirt.
If they're going to give you $1 million, you'd rather have your hand than have all that money.
My brother, let me tell you. Whatever God allows to happen, I accept it. It's about money. Yes, it's a big temptation. It can get me straight for the rest of my life. But what is going to cost me later on? This is what to straighten me up. So maybe I know it's a testimony for somebody that is listening to value. But I'm going to tell you right now, guys. After the storm, it doesn't matter he gave you. Will trade it for half bread. Money no value. Money floating everywhere. No one's getting it. They trying to get. I'm not kidding about it. They tell you. It is a serious. Because when you have thousands of people laying at the door, nowhere to sleep. 4 days without shower. There's no. For months, they had to get a chopper from here with a chicken meal every day. Take it. Miss that lunchtime when the people come with the food, they give you that food. This is you for the day.
Wow. How many days for the water to sort of come down enough that people could maneuver going around for those choppers to come down and serve people?
I can't tell you that, sir. When I get like this, the Coast Guard started to land. The only place they could land is like in the middle of the Marsh Hour, which is the middle of the city. That's the downtown. So they had to try to get me there like a because my house is right on the beach. So I had to drive in town to get there. When they drive inside, a ride that could take 20 minutes, it took us almost 5 hours. Meaning that they have another truck in the front with people with machete, whatever guys can get to make roads to get there. So I don't know. I can't lie. I don't know how much time it takes for the water to go down, for people to keep going back and forth. But I can tell you one thing. We serve in a great God. Guys, another question?
If you had something to add, go ahead.
When the chopper got to Marsh Harbor, the clinic, I finally reached, and I told him, look, my wife had to make a decision that was not easy for her. The side ambulance only could carry 2 persons, which is me and her. So she had to kids and a shelter door. Because right now you're in a survival mode. When we get now they're gonna have to airlifted me to Nassau. The clinic, I don't even know what to call it. How much people there. When I need to get Erick out of there quick and fast. Because I think I was one of the first person that they saw that was injured on Facebook. So that's what we help. So they have to get Erick out of there because my niggas already called my name. So I told them, look, because it takes people almost a week before they could leave to go to Nassau. Could you imagine my wife's kids in the hospital? He's like, I don't know, because we only have to care people who are. When the first person to get inside was me. He said we only could carry 6 persons at a time. If there's space, you'll go. But if there's no space, I'm sorry. They had the stretcher. I see one guy coming. One. Another one, they lift him up. 2. I'm counting. Another one again, they wrap his hand somehow, a big cut. Another one, there's ribs out, cut. I was like, okay. They're laying down on the floor. Then I see all the Coast Guard they start coming. I was like, my brother, don't forget my wife. I need her by my side. Like, Erick, you look around. I don't see the space where she's going to fit in here. And I told my brother, I told him, I said, look, guys, I already left my kids behind. I don't know who got them. I don't know what's going to happen to them. I need my wife by my side. I cannot go to Nassau. No, I won't take her to get to Nassau. If she ever gonna find me again. And they shook their head. They said, guy, I'm sorry, man. They start loading up. Everybody going on. They cut it out. That's it. And I whispered a prayer in my mind. I said, Lord, you know I need her by my side. And being in Nassau, you'll never been to Nassau Hospital. Princess Margaret. Guys, y'all don't want to go there. They couldn't find my file when I got here. I was like, God, I need work a miracle for me. And when I see they start the chapel, like, it's okay, start going now. They're able to leave. And I see one of them. He kept on looking at me. And he could feel my pain. He understand what I'm going through. And I see he just had the mic. And he said something on it. He opened that door and take off. When he take off, I don't know what he said to them. And I see they keep looking at each other because they could communicate through the thing in the air. They're looking at each other and it's like, okay, is this one crazy or what? He just take off. When I look over, I see him folding my wife under his arm and he running with her. I look at the guy next to me and I say, my brother, make it the most space possible that you can have. My wife gonna have to go on this one there. We all start sitting sideways. And she said more comfortable than both of us who was in there. Man, when I get to Nassau, this is the real deal. That's instantly when I reach, I had to go to a surgery. Infections. First surgery. Infection. Second surgery. Things started getting worse. I cannot even smell my own arm. Now I have to put it this way. The mask on my hand, and that way I have to go this way. It's like you get all the doctors on you. They trying to deal with you, and they got one call. They have another emergency, which is worse than what you got going on. So everybody leaves you and run to the next emergency. The hand start to swell. If I show you the pictures to see how big it become, some green stuff just keep on coming out of it. It's like every 30 minutes, the wrap that is under me, they have to change it. They don't want no vacuum back in the Bahamas like, your high tech. No. They have to wrap it. And every time, I spend a week there, when they have to take that off, the mean doctor cannot even see it. He can't even face it. There's a time when he's going to take it off. This is when I know I have to leave. He started, and I'm starting to scream. I hold on to the chair. I hold on to his leg. Whatever comes my way, I'm grabbing onto him. It doesn't matter to me. It just that I don't care what it is. When he started, he said, please stop, I can't take it. He had a heart surgery. And now by looking at it and me screaming, it started affecting him. So he called somebody else, another doctor, to come and remove it. When he looking at me, he's like, please don't scream. I have a bad heart. I thought he was joking. I look at him like this, and he started again. I scream. He's like, please, I told him, don't scream. I have a bad heart. And he called the next doctor and tell the doctor to do it. And he turned around and he couldn't even look at it. When my wife came to me, I was like, baby, I have to go. I cannot stay here no longer. I'm not going to make it if I stay here. We found out, listen, what is the cost of me to be airlifted to the States? I said the minimum start to $12,000 if it's only me, if it's a regular. That's the minimum. Now I asked, it's like, okay, no, I can't leave my family now. It's a week later, my kids just got in the Bahamas now, in Nassau with me. After 5 days, they finally made it to Nassau. I was like, look, I can't leave without them. He said, well, now you're talking different now, because you have to bring a bigger plane. So when I call my family, my brothers, I have 2 younger brothers, they work on boats. The captains, back and forth. And they come to see me, I told them what the situation is. And there's a neighbor. I never met him. He's a second homeowner in the Bahamas. I never met him. But my house is right on the side of him because their house is right on the beach as well. So it's like, I don't know. You might see them once a week, lights on the house, but you don't know who they are. But they know me. When they asked my brother how I'm doing, my brother told him what the condition is. They're trying to airlift me to the States. When they asked for the course, they said the minimum is supposed to be $12,000. But my condition now, they have to have doctors, all kinds of private plane, they have to be this and that. It's about $20,000. He said, guess what? He signed a check.
All of it?
Signed a check. And they said, well, there's other charges. He said, I'll leave it open. Whatever it is, you'll put the amount there and send the receipt. Guys, my God is with me. He's been with me, he's with me, and he will always be with me. When he signed, when my wife called me, it's like, baby, we get authorization right now. We got the plane. We got the money now. We good. I keep telling you, the devil just don't give up. We got another call. Say, hey, if you guys didn't get your passport, there's no way it can happen. Because the president says you need to have your visa and all that to travel. Even though you've been to the States so much time, it doesn't matter. Your system, you could be in the system, yes, but it doesn't matter. You have to have the actual visa to travel now. Plane is ready. The money is there. The doctors is there. There is no passport. Guys, when your back is against the wall, when you feel like you stand in a quicksand and you're going down, there's no way for you to go out. When you drop down on your knees, no matter where you are, God hears your prayers, he's answering. When me and my wife, when we get that news, I was like, baby, we're going to have to pray about it. She praying outside and I'm praying inside. My wife came back and called my brother and said, look, I remember when Erick gave me the baby. I remember where I dropped the bag. I want you to go, guys, and go pick up my bag because they have to be there. This is when you call faith, guys. It doesn't matter what they tell her. She's like, it must be there. When my brother takes some of his friends and went there, eyes, no word of lie. Water was almost 22 feet high. My wife told him, this is where I drop it. When they went there, they find the bag at the same spot where she said it was. Open the bag. The passport still inside the bag, dry. And you tell me, my God is not with me? When my wife said she's going to ride this bag to see how long it's going to last. She's still using the bag today. Because when God gave you something, it's not a temporary thing, guys. And that bag never stayed one day without $1 in it. Man, when I'm smiling, y'all wonder why I'm smiling. I know now y'all understand why I'm smiling. I got the most powerful man by my side. When we got here in Jackson, I will never forget this experience that I had the first night. Because there's no contact to let family members know that we're here. You understand what I'm saying? So that doesn't matter we're here, they wouldn't even know. Because there's no way to contact them. There's no telephones to call them and tell them where we at. Or trying to remember your number. You guys have so much numbers, so much digits in your numbers. We can't remember all of that. When we reach in Jackson, I felt a way that I never felt before. You know, when you reach a place where you had maybe a nurse passing by to check up on you, but now you have at least 20, 25 doctors fighting to get on you. I'm on my back. I'm looking at them like, okay, what you got? Everybody all over me. They took me to the room. They said, you got to go on surgery now. Infection, this is critical. You got to go now. My wife is down in the lobby. They said, look, what do you need to make you more comfortable? I said, please, I need some Haitian food.
Amen. Amen. God is a good God.
I'm telling you, man, there's some serious vitamins in that food, man. I tell them, please, before I go on that surgery, I need that sauce-pois legume, please. The doctors they looking at each other, they're like, okay, that's what you really want? I'm like, yes. They wrote it down and called somebody and sent out there for food, for Haitian food for me. When I finished eating,
Testify.
yes, sir. I feel the strength.
Yes.
I'm ready now.
Yes.
When they took me inside, for the first night, it's like, okay, for a couple hours you can't eat or drink, this is it. And there's a nurse, she came to check up on me. And two of them came in the room. They put me in a VIP room. I don't even know if it was a VIP room until I inside. When the lady, because I'm thinking this is a regular room. But I'm talking about, man, this room big. This is big. Compared to we being to everybody in the hallway and you everywhere, now you're in a private room. The lady the nurse knocked on the door and she was like, who are you? I was like, I'm Erick. And she's like, do you know what kind of room you in? I was like, no. This is one of the top VIP rooms they put you in there. I was like, praise the Lord. Yes. When another nurse entered the room, they start talking to each other. And it's like they start having this conversation, and she start telling her what she going through and how much she's stressing out and stuff. And when she come closer to me, I look at her and I smile. She's like, why are you smiling? I said, I'm going to tell you, but I have a few questions for you first. She's like, okay, go ahead. I said, what time is your shift is going to be over? She's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I said, okay, so when your shift is over, where you going? She said, I'm going home. I said, somebody going to pick you up? She said, no, I'm driving my car to go home. I said, okay, I smiled. I said, now, how would you ask me? If you discharge me right now, where I'm going? She's like, if we discharge you right now, where you going? I don't know. I'm sure my family down there, they're in the lobby room sitting with my 2 kids. I don't know. But I know my God is with me. He is my strength. He is my everything. He is my provider. He will provide for me. Then she looked at me and she's like, she grabbed my files and started reading. She's like, are you the guy from the Bahamas? I was like, yes. And they look at each other and she kept looking at me and she started to cry. She's like, God, I'm being so ungrateful to you. I'm worried about so much little things. And I have so much to be thankful for. Sometimes we need to stop being ungrateful and being thankful to God. You get up in the morning with in your right mind, food on your table, children are good, you still have a job even though you don't like it, but you still have a job. There's so much to thank God for. She started to cry. I was like, don't cry. Then we hold hands and we pray inside there. Guys, if anybody works in Jackson and traumas, they can tell you, my room was a prayer room. They bring in patients, come in there while I'm on my bed, we praying together. Doctors, nurses, it doesn't matter. Everybody come in that room. There is something special in that particular room. And if you think, you could go ahead and ask anybody at Jackson Trauma. They can tell you exactly with Erick what kind of room that room was. No matter what you're going through, drop on your knees. You ain't going through nothing, drop on your knees. Things are wet, go start on praying. Because when things right, trust me, the devil is coming at you. So this is when you gotta stay on your knees and keep on praying. And when I finished, I was like, hey, there has to be a bill here, baby. She come on to me and said, babe, we going home. I was like, what do you mean you going home? You going to a hotel or? No. There is a family down there. There is a family down there that heard about us. And they come. They want us to go stay with them. So I'm going to stay with them for the night and come back in the morning and check up on you. I was like, good, baby. God answered the prayers. Provide the right time. They go on homestead, stay there, come back in the morning, check up on me. The guy, the family that take us, when he went to work, guys, listen carefully. He went to work and talking to other people. He have a family down there at his house. He have to go home early. Just talking, general conversation. Found another lady. She's like, are you serious? I'm supposed to go to Bahamas too. What's going on? Who are they? He said, they're at the hospital. He's at the hospital. I have his wife and 2 children, they with me. He said, tell you what. The lady was living with her husband. He got divorced. Couldn't make it. Couldn't stand him. They couldn't get along at all in the house. So she left the house, bought a condo to move in. Now she decided to give us the condo to live and go live back with her husband that she couldn't live. Now you telling me. Now if I was staying with some family members and other people, and what they would have said, hey, that's just family members who helping out. This is not family members. This is God. He's make sure food on our table, clothes, my children in private school. Man. I don't know if you guys see me driving that Element Honda out there. This is the best ride I ever drive. It doesn't matter what I had, but this car, this Element, it's not the Element itself. It's who gave me that Element to drive. The value of it. Sometimes when I'm sitting on it, I tilt back like I never tilted before. I don't care what you're driving. My Father put me in this seat. You might get on your seat, but this seat, the King of Kings put me on this. So when you pray God for something, and He granted it to you, cherish it. Let God know how much you appreciate it. We forget, sometimes we forget the value of what God gave you. You got to remember those things. Got to be grateful. When I'm in the hospital, I keep looking at my wife. We don't have no insurance. We don't have no insurance. That little insurance we have in the Bahamas, you better have your credit card, your whatever it is you got on when you go to the hospital. Because that insurance, I don't know. When we're inside, they already did 2 surgery. 2 surgery. I'm inside there, they gave me top service. VIP rooms. Been there for almost 6 weeks or more. Channel 7, all the news reporters come in there, just put me on the news. I had a memorial service for my mom here in Miami, because I just couldn't let her go without a closure. Finish that, go back to the hospital, the bill rising up. I don't question it. My wife ain't questioning it, but we thinking about it. It's in the back of your mind. When my little brother finally get from the Bahamas, he bring a boat over. He came and see me in the hospital. He's like, E, what's going on? I was like, I'm good. He's like, stay strong, brother. He said, there's a guy I know. He asked about you. And he said, he's going to take care of the bills for you. God eyes. He's going to take care of the bills for you. You know, this is the first time I ever go to the hospital. I have to deal with this. Never. You know, a little flu in there and then just, go to the bush, get bush medicine. I'm old school. I'm out. But I never understand when he says he's going to take care of the bill. What kind of bill he's talking about? I told my brother, I was like, you know what? This is in the back of my mind all the time. I just want to know how much is that bill that he take care of for me. My brother's like, why do you want to know? If you already take care of it, leave it alone. I finally get to find out how much the bill was. I look at one paper, and I shut the sheet. They gave me about 16 papers. I look at one of them, it's 109,000. I was like, okay then. I don't look at it no more. This is it. 109 on just one paper. I was like, God, you are good. We are facing a situation right now. But I know you have a solution for us. And I know for sure I'm going to come back here and testify the goodness of God. Our time is almost up to go back to the Bahamas. It could be a challenge because my son is in school. You have to figure a way how to deal with it. I said, listen, this is God's problems, man. That's not my problem. It is not my problem. I don't care whatever the situation is. The only thing I have to do is get up in the morning and pray. Sometimes we need to have our own personal conversation with God. And if you ask my wife in the back there, what is the best time for Brother Erick to pray? She's going to tell you, in the middle of the night, when everybody's sleeping, everybody resting, I knock on God's door and let him know what my problem is. He have more time to listen to me then. To really understand what I'm going through. He's not going to rush me. He's going to, no, he's going to understand my situation. In the middle of the night, I go in my other rooms or drop down, praying. Sometimes my wife wake up, when she wake up, she look at me, kneel down in front of the bed. She wondering if I'm okay. She hit me, I was like, baby, I got this. We have to spend some time with God alone. Have a serious connection with him. So when you talk to him, when you take a deep breath, you don't even have to explain what you're going through. He already understands. He already knows what you're going through. Friends of mine, I'm going to encourage you. Stay closer to God. Stay closer to God. Because a lot of people feel like there is no more miracles that could happen. The same God that was back then is the same God that here today. The only thing that changed is us. If we make ourselves available to receive his power, his spirit, to see his glory, many other lives will be changing. Many other lives will be changing. Yeah. Man.
We do have one more question for you.
Go ahead.
If you don't mind, as we have a few minutes left. What would you say was the biggest difference for you in your walk with God from before the hurricane and now. The biggest area of growth, of realization, however you want to phrase it, something that before that day or those moments to now where you look back and like, okay, I see it now.
I'm glad you asked, my brother. See, back then, you had a good job, I have a good job, business is going well. Whatever you want to do, you do it. You understand? Everything was good for me. Young person, everything was smooth. In church, I was the head treasurer in the church. Back then, I was living life, I take it different. It's like, okay, pray with God, yes, do exactly what you're supposed to do, you know it, but didn't really have a understanding that everything that I'm supposed to do, God's supposed to come first. And for everybody that, I'm understanding it now, God has a path that He already prepared for me. My job is to walk in that path. That walkway He already created for me, I have to stay on that. Because if I decided to go off of it, I'm going to find obstacles. So it's more serious for me because I understand it's not I just come here. Everything, like my sister was saying today, even when you're going to shop, put your clothes on, you have to ask God, hey, how can I dress to look like a daughter of God? How can I dress to look like a son of God? So everything, even what you're eating, is like, I have to be careful in everything that I do. Because God is the one who's leading me. It's like I have my hand in His hand. As you can see, right now, my feet is no longer touching the floor. And I'm on the stone. So if I decided to take a different route, I'm on my own. But back then, I thought I could do it by myself. Financially, everything is there. I get to it. 1 houses, 3 apartments. It's like everything good. Business is booming. Work is good. Wife have good jobs. It's good. But now, He takes away everything. He put me in a position where what I used to do back then, I can't do it no more. Now, the only person that I depend on is on Him. So this is the difference for me. No matter what I'm doing, eating, it doesn't matter. I gotta be I'm more grateful to God than ever. Some people is slightly looking at me like I'm supposed to be sad. I feel good about it.
Come from a place of self-dependence to full God dependence.
Yes.
And we thank you so much for sharing your story. It takes a lot of courage to be able to talk about times like the ones you went through. It is not easy.
Absolutely.
So we thank God for the boldness, for the courage, the faith that He's given you, and the ability to be able to share it, and share it so joyfully.
Yes.
And
Yes.
to not, sort of just speak about it in that way, but speak about that glory, the glorious part of it all, for us and others who hear your story to be able to see that God is with us.
Oh, yes.
God is with us.
Always.
Even when we don't think that He is.
Always.
So thank you so much for sharing your story. If you were blessed, please say thank you. And just before we get off together, they asked me to share a little Vesper thought. As you were talking, the one person I was thinking of in the Bible was Joseph. And the reason why I thought about him is because the parallel that I seen his story and yours is you both were individuals who were put in critically traumatic situations, but always used that situation to exercise their faith in God and to elevate God.
Absolutely.
And what happened when he did that and you did that, you were able to receive VIP treatment,
Oh man.
if you want to put it that way.
Yes.
And I know for me personally, I know when things happen in my life, my natural reaction, my even second natural reaction is to be like, why is this happening? And
Question.
to sort of get down on myself about it. So I know that from your story reinforcing that message, and I hope that it does the same for each person here, that it reminds me of the necessity, as you say, to recognize how dependent we need to be on God,
Yes.
and to trust Him fully, that when we lose the things that are important to us, to recognize that He is still enough.
Oh yes. More than enough.
And that even if we were never to get the quote unquote VIP treatment here on earth, because that's what I like about your story, because I get the sense that whether or not you stayed in the biggest room, whether or not you got airlifted, whatever, you will still have the same sort of spirit
Absolutely.
about it. You are not doing it to get.
No.
You were doing it because you had that trust and that faith in God.
Absolutely.
So I know that's the place that I want to be able to get to in my walk, and I hope that's a place that we all will be able to get to as we continue to walk with God. So thank you so much for sharing your story.